Hey guys, Kuri Rinji here, once again bringing you the worst out of the VTuber community. And today we have something that's the most common drama in the VTuber community, and that is pointless drama. Things that could have been solved very easily in private, things that could have not been mentioned directly on social media. But since they spiral out of control, and everyone gets butthurt, everyone's feelings get hurt, and it just becomes a huge mess. And today we have dealing something that's, for whatever reason, has been quite popular in the VTuber community, and that is getting upset at symbols and what they mean to certain people. So, without further ado, let's get right into it. Drama alert! Yeah, Delhi once again in flames. This time it's about this. I wanted to specify that I'm not a religious person, nor was I aware of the meaning of the symbol. Anyway, the person who did drama could have just private DM'd me like a mature person instead of making a post. For the more curious, it was me who contacted the person first to ask what the problem was. Here is the full conversation. I've always been very direct, and you know I don't like to hide behind a finger. Here are the DMs. What's wrong with my overlay? Hey there, so I was just a little concerned as a Jewish person with the use of the Star of David, a religious symbol of Judaism, with crosses. Hey there isn't any religious meaning behind this overlay. The reason why I chose a star with 6 points, I didn't even realize it was also called Star of David, is that the original design of my customer has a pentagram. I wouldn't have enough space inside of for the chat, so I changed it to 6 points so the star to match the size for it. I like to be clear for those kind of stuff. Yes, I'm aware of that. It wasn't the intent, but the use is still problematic for some who isn't Jewish. See, this is where the problem begins. Someone outright tells you a specific symbol is not what you think, but since they're offended, since it matters to them, it's supposed to matter to you too, for whatever reason. Well, it's like they're the protagonist of the universe, and you need to basically buckle down to them and make sure that their sensibilities are in order so they won't get offended. Continuing on. Nothing to be warned though, since the overlay has nothing religious related. Have a great day. And I think this is how you respond to them. Like, this is not all of your business. I already explained what this is. And then your own offense is your own offense. Stop trying it to make it my problem. That's how it's supposed to be. Moving on. Again, the symbol is inherently religious. Well, no, it isn't. It has a lot of religious connotations, not only to Judaism, because this symbol, this specific symbol, is used by a lot of religions, and to my knowledge, it was used before Judaism as well. Like I think Buddhism first used it in a religious context, but for other people, it's just maybe a geometrical symbol, not much more. That just kind of looks cool to some people. But yeah, continue on. For me, it's just a star with 6 points. As for most people, it should be. It is not. This is my opinion. You can block me so you will not see it. Sorry if it hurts you. It wasn't my intention. I would highly recommend changing it to a different pointed star. But what if a 5-pointed star is offensive to somebody else? Is that the other person isn't going to do the same shit? God damn, with these people. If you don't like something, just block it and move on. Moving on. I'll keep that in mind. Again, this is something that should be changed. And I think you shouldn't post my private conversations. And we'll get who the person calling out this artist is in a moment. I just wish people would think before making any kind of accusation against third parties. I'm truly hurt by the behavior of all those who have take advantage of those events to make them an electoral campaign. Obviously, the design of the chat box will be changed because I don't want to hurt people in any way. But try to be kind to others, and above all, never oppose with arrogance as it is in this case. Frankly, because Delhi, you'll find soon enough, that actually changed that symbol. She shouldn't have done that in the first place, considering, she had a commission and she had specific instructions, but because, one person got offended for something that wasn't intended to be offensive. Somehow it needs to be changed, so I don't think he should have buckled on that one. Moving on. While we talking, I realized he was posting my entire chat to make even more drama. This is not the behavior of a wounded person, but only of a person taking advantage of the situations. Obviously, they blocked me and continued their repressed hate feud against something that will surely be changed in respect of all. They should have done me to like the person who did that, and I told I don't give a fuck to and ignored. I sent the DM first because I really cared about it. They made a tweet, then replied to my DMs, and next shared all my conversation in the tweet. You really cared and proceeded to say, cool, I don't care. Open your eyes, I changed the design because I do really care about it. Just because I don't care. Again, I'm sorry I have offended someone's sensibility. To avoid misunderstandings, the customer and I have changed the design. I also want to thank everyone for the support, even those who approached me in a civilized way, explaining their point of view. And now it's more akin to like a cartoonish style you'd find in Mario. Again, I don't think it should have been changed in the slightest. There's designs everywhere in popular media, in popular fiction, that use that kind of star design that she used previously, and no one bats an eye at Christian symbols, things that are highly religious Christians, like the cross, are used everywhere for an aesthetic, and somehow most people don't get offended by those, but you know, just because one person had to get offended for something that wasn't intended to be presented in an offensive way, it's a whole kerfuffle. Twitter just always delivers on that kind of stuff. Moving on. And then here's them quote retweeting themselves. After getting called out about it and how you responded, yeah, but sitting here saying, guys, I know I said I didn't care in DMs, but I do, is wild. Actually own your mistake and stop running a pity party over getting rightfully criticized. This rightful criticism is that I'm offended, please change. Fucking awesome criticism there, my dudes. Somebody clearly jealous of you wants to make attention quickly. Correct me if I'm wrong, but isn't the Star of David this not a solid color? Wild how you can literally see the outlines for the Star of David. So what's your point? Yeah, but it's not a Star of David. It's something different. It's different colors, and it's not completely the same. It isn't. Just because it reminds you of something doesn't mean it isn't. And there's a different problem about symbols reminding people of something that isn't just right there. And I will make a video about that soon too, because it involved a very big VTuber, and people got butthurt about the symbol too. It's weird how coincidental these things are in the VTuber community. Just one thing spirals into another, and thematically linked to. Completely wild. Let's move on. That's because you're out here trying misinforming on a basic religious symbol because you couldn't be bothered to actually look at the image in question. Educate yourself. I love when they say that. And actually look what's presented before speaking. You realize it also could be a Kagome crest, right? Also a hexagram. Yep. So you know, one thing means one thing to one person, it means other things to another. So again, your personal offense doesn't trump somebody's intentions, and they are not your slave. Do your bidding. Yeah. By the way, so the Star of David symbol in question is essentially two triangles put together in a way that it filled in. The Star of David is just a hexagram, a sexagram in some languages. Given how Delhi filled in a solid color instead of keeping it just lies, it said it didn't put any religious symbol. There it is. Here's an article you might find interesting. Hope this helps. You might be guilty of tone policing. Here's how you spot it and stop it. Oh no, tone policing. I didn't like how you handled the situation, so now I'm gonna throw articles at you that you're tone policing someone that got offended. How dare you oppose someone that tried to start shit with you? How fucking dare you? Let's move on. This isn't drama. This is a Jewish person respectfully asking that you change something offensive. Not respectfully, I need to say. They made a tweet about it, then DM them in first to ask. Respectfully in my house is, I do have a problem. I open the messages and right there. Oh, and meanwhile, we're talking about it. They literally share all the conversation in the tweet. I suggest you do what multiple people have asked you to do already. Read up on tone policing. Oh man. These people are so butthurt, and when someone doesn't bend the knee to them, they just crumble and get madder and madder. Still, this is not respectful, and it's about tone policing as well. Treat how they treat you. I'm glad this person at least isn't bending a knee on this issue. Still, this is not respectful, and it's all about tone policing as well. Treat how they treat you. It was perfectly respectful. You just, like many people in this community, can't handle being called out unless it's being done by someone holding your hand and talking to you like a child. Oh, now we're getting into petty insult territory. So it was very condescending. Respectful would have been direct without talking down to someone who meant no disrespect. It's incredibly easy just to say, oh, whoops, wasn't aware of that, sorry, and change it. Literally so easy to just be sensitive to your cultural biases. Linking the star explanation again. Are you this averse to saying sorry when you say, hey, this is kind of weird and doesn't come across in the best light? Well, they did say sorry, even though they shouldn't have. But, you know, these people always expect more. They expect you to completely grovel before them. And you should never give them that satisfaction. They don't deserve it. I said sorry. Sorry your feelings got hurt. It's totally different from sorry for my actions. Like, they shouldn't be sorry for the actions whatsoever. I did have enough characters, so here's a screenshot of my reply. This is a very mature way for you to handle this. The way you frame this is like you're trying to diminish / erase criticism instead of listening to it. I would argue vilifies those who pointed this out to you as a people who just want clout or want to cancel you, when in reality they were just people trying to best to explain why your use of the Star of David was inappropriate. Some of them even being Jewish themselves. I changed the design, by the way, because I care. They just continue on because the person isn't apologetic enough. And you changing the design is a good thing. The problem is how is your response to this issue. It comes as very passive aggressive, and it said previously, I believe it has unnecessarily and inaccurately portrayed those who brought the concerns to you as bad actors. This is your vision, but is my usual way to talk. Your usual way of talking then is very unproductive and hostile. Then, if you truly do care, you would genuinely listen to those who have criticism of you and your action instead of diminishing it all as different visions or drama, because it is drama. Things that could have been solved in private were first brought up in public, and you will see as we get to the person that first of all made the call out on Delhi. My usual way of talking is not hostile at all. I still truly care or worried about them. I also made a post to stop the harassment against them, which they didn't make it yet. See, they won't reply back when you prove them you're doing the things as good as you can to fix things, but they were just here to make the fire bigger instead of trying to fix things. Good job, Delhi. I'm proud of you. Again, I think Delhi could have handled it in a much different way, because these people don't deserve anything, especially since you already said that there was absolutely no intent to offend anybody, and over a thing like a symbol, just come on, get serious. The reason my response was delayed is because I was driving. I'm not trying to cancel Delhi, I'm trying to show why their actions were wrong. You're right, she can fix things, however the way they've approached this conversation and others is sadly proof that it is unlikely. Can you tell me if that is actually something you would consider unrespectfully religious appropriation as well? I mean, at this point, I think you guys just want to make fire bigger instead of accepting the fact that she just apologized and corrected. Guys, you need help. The Kagome crest explanation. The Kagome crest, or Kagome Mon, lattice-eye crest / pattern / emblem, is a star-shaped emblem related to the Kagome lattice design, hexagonal and octagonal lattices. The Kagomemon can be depicted as either a 6-pointed star, a hexagram, and then as an 8-pointed star, an octagram. No point on trying to show that her actions were wrong when she already acknowledged it and apologized for it. You just want to keep doing your thing, criticizing and making people feel worse than they already do. You already don't even deserve more attention. But I love when people with common sense just committed to these discussions. It gives me some hope for Twitter. Even though Twitter is where common sense just comes to die. People use crosses. Christian, the upside down cross. Again Christian, don't believe the Satanists. It symbolizes one of the men crucified with Jesus. The fleur de lis, a Christian symbol of I believe the Holy Trinity. The Teutonic cross, Christian. Crescent moon / star, Islam. And all kinds of religious symbols wrong for no reason with no real consequences. Why should this be different? It's a shape basic geometry. It's not like you're quoting the Torah or something. Again, this person is completely right. There was no religious intention behind the drawing. And the person being offended is just offended for themselves and just wanting that offense to become someone else's problem. Just completely not right. To me, it's just a 6-pointed star. It's not just deification, you think. It's also wild of you to accuse Dina of making drama when your post literally says drama in all caps, okay? Yeah, but she was the one first to make a call out. It wasn't Deli making the call out. Deli was just clapping back as she should have, and she has done that. Attacking a person for a method they used to communicate to you and completely disregarding the argument is what makes you EU immature. You changed the design after they blocked you, but they blocked you for a good reason. You shouldn't make it difficult for someone to criticize you. God damn, these butthurt people everywhere. Making their own problems yours. Day 500 of showing Twitter knows nothing. So in the courtesies, a talented person was facing criticism as someone spreading drama about the symbol being the Star of David. Except it isn't the star if David as the symbol isn't filled. No matter what, but of course they were forced. Dude, they attacked Delhi like pit bulls seeing a toddler, and guess what? I got jumped for defending her. Sorry that happened. Many people refused to accept the embarrassment or that they were wrong. I have many Jewish relatives and our friends seeing this is so fucking dumb. Like, if you're gonna accuse somebody, at least be right. If you don't know the reason why I got jumped, because I used the word it for some reason. I didn't know their gender. English is my second language. I find it funny. I had the problems with months ago on my alt. Sorry again, but people really shouldn't assume the gender identity off the bat. I do not go feral when people misgender me when again I'm misleading either way. It's just simple. Hey, sorry, I'm not gender set. Like people told me to unalive and so many more things, I had to close my DMs for a while, and then I just blocked all. I felt so bad. Just talked to 3 of my friends about this, asking their opinions to know if they actually done something really bad. What the fuck? I'm sorry this happened all over someone who made false statements. Like, there's even more shit happened, but I don't think I want to say it in here. In DMs, maybe, but in public, I don't want to talk about it. Yeah, they will jump you for whatever thing they think is offensive to them, and if your apology is not good enough for them, they will just continue to hound you. So, a tip from me: never apologize to anyone on the internet for no reason. They will just want to make you their bitch, and you don't want to be a bitch of someone on Twitter. This isn't how you handle this. If someone brings attention to something potentially offensive, you apologize. Say you weren't aware, fix it, and then move on. Because everyone is the protagonist of the universe, and their offense should come first. Not your intentions. Your intentions don't matter. Moving on. Marginalized groups have enough trouble as if it's getting their concerns scared as it is. So framing it is a maturity. And here's the person that did the call out initially. Do I say something? Here's them linking the same DMs that I've read. I blocked, but all you're following this person. See, they're trying to start shit. you're following this person. Don't follow this person. They're problematic to me. And these other people that got offended at Delhi's actions, they're selling Dina wasn't just trying to start drama. High school level bullshit right there. If someone is telling you that your symbol is offensive to their culture, just be mindful and change it. It's not that deep, just be respectful of people, please. You put a dinosaur in your profile description. It's offensive to me, because you know how many millions of dinosaurs died? Do you know how offensive that is to me? I fucking love dinosaurs. I don't want to think about them dying. Please change your fucking symbol. I love fucking dinosaurs, and you putting them there just reminds me how many dinosaurs died. It's fucking offensive to me. Fucking Dino the dinosaur VTuber. It's fucking... I'm offended. Shit. Moving on. Something wrong, Dina? The Star of David plus the cross. It's a religious symbol, not a decoration. Everything can be a fucking decoration if you want it to be. Your intentions matter on how you use symbols, so once again, bullshit. This is a really embarrassing thing to fuck up, even if it was an instant, oh, this is star clip art fits a square chat box perfectly. The necklace is a pentagram, but they should really change the chat box to a pentagram instead. Yeah, a pentagram is fine, because it doesn't offend my sensibilities. What if a pentagram offends someone else's sensibilities? What then? Should they change it again? And if that other change design offends someone else, should they change that again and again and again? It's a perpetual thing with offense. You should never listen to these people. The crosses, I don't know, there's some losers arguments on it, especially with the demon design. Well, that's a frequently used thing in such stuff. Considering like the upside down cross is called satanic. Despite being the cross of St. Peter, I know my design has a cross piercing. The upside down cross is a tenet of Gothic fashion, and moreover, I'm not at liberty to dictate the proper use of it. It's not my faith. Yeah, and even if something is your faith and you hold certain symbols in high regard because of that, it doesn't mean another person won't use a similar looking symbol in a different way. So once again, your offense is not their fucking problem. Yes, particularly related to its connotations as satanic in such movies as The Exorcist, it's partly become pop culture. The pentagram and the cross is some way of permeated in Western culture to the point of versatility. In the edge of the Gothic fashion, yeah, I have a cross necklace. They're really trying to justify that one thing is good, the other one isn't, because it's popular in pop culture. Well, guess what? The star design is too. God damn. And here we go into more offensive stuff. 0 days without goyish nonsense. You know, the word goyim normally can be referred in a neutral fashion to non-Jews, Gentiles, but I think it used in this sense would kind of constitute as a slur to some people, because you're just discriminating based on ethnicity. So who the fuck knows, but it just gets to that point. And here's my favorite and anti-white racist, Luna, because she has to be involved in this as well. Made 2 videos about this person and their nonsense, not being aware that they're extremely racist to other people. This is infuriating. I was going to say something meaner, but I don't want more shit directed at me. I'm tired of Goyim. Good grief. Well, congratulations. You're featured again. I hate having to be drama of the jerk for bringing this up, but I know you're familiar with dealing with that. Yeah, for being extremely anti-white and racist. These people have no self-awareness, or they're so deep into their ideology they just don't see it, how their prejudices and the way they use these specific words and terms are just extremely racist. Being in this app isn't drama, but we know both how this community is with anyone who isn't privileged and the majority. Yep. As I said, so deep into their ideology, they just don't understand how it comes off to people that know what racism is. Yep. Oh, for fuck's sake. Them responding to the person clapping back. Mind you, at this point, uh, Dina has blocked Delhi, so they're quote retweeting someone they're blocked. Awesome, awesome behavior. Completely someone that didn't want to start drama. That's the kind of behavior this is. Guys, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry I misused your symbol because I will continue to argue how actually I didn't. It's not religious because I'm not religious, so stop flaming me. Honk your nose, clown. When do people realize saying sorry you were hurt is not an apology and putting the onus on the person who was hurt not to feel hurt when it should be on the person who fucked up to admit their mistake and adjust for the future? Yeah, always bend the knee. Always make sure the person that's offended gets to flog you for their own offended sensibilities. Your intent doesn't matter. Never. It's their offense that comes first. And you should always grovel, bite the fucking ground, and just eat it. Eat that grass forever. Not a single I'm sorry in that statement anywhere. Disappointing. This person's post is full of tone policing. Easy block. Oh no, they're clapping back against very unreasonable people, not to use stronger words for YouTube. They're clearly acting in bad faith, and seeing replies to that can already tell they're just being purposefully insensitive and obtuse. Oh dear, the scary is how many people are encouraging or telling them to ignore criticism. They really want to paint that as criticism, their own little offense. If I ever do something bad, I really hope an echo chamber won't reflect my ignorance back to me. Well, funny that you're now talking to the same echo chamber that's blocking others and then quote retweeting them while having them blocked. That kind of like echo chamber. If you are to learn, you may make mistakes, apologize, accept your failing, and grow. Question: why do you care so much? I mean, you get it's a religious flag for you, or for me it's a TLOZ symbol I saw in OOT. Everyone of us has different sensibility, I get it, but she started her reasons and you stated yours. Why are you going on with drama? Because it gives them attention. They're a weird pre-debut. Might give them some extra push, but you know, offense posts that are clearly meant for clout don't give you viewers in the end, because those people aren't there to watch you. They're there to see the fire burn, and everyone shit themselves over nothing. Genuine advice: if you don't like something you see on the internet or find it offensive, just block. I don't get your way of behaving. Again, over a fan art. I'm here just want to explain further why you find it offensive. Someone posted an article detailing the way in which they clearly started tone policing, and they said, "Thanks for sharing." Having obviously not read it, so I'm starting to think they're being purposely contrary and ignorant for the engagement now. Yeah, because they see exceptional people in their mentions, and once they're trying to start shit. So how do you think they're gonna be handling that? Again, you didn't get your way. You didn't get the person to buckle to your demands, and now you can just be blocking and offended to others that share your views. So congratulations, you're the ones that sincerely obtuse, and I hope you get educated and get better in the future, so you don't make your own offense someone else's problem. But for now, that's everything. Hope to see you on the next one.